Hello. Hi, friends. I'm here again. I didn't just vanish for another month. So this is M of Plan with M. Today I'm going to be going through how I've been using my MakseLife planner in January, and we're going to set some monthly goals for February and do a little decoration maybe. So let's get into it. January is a month I think that most people like to take a step back and just kind of be with themselves. Some of these, okay. So it's January 28th, just for the record. And some of these things I've done. So look, for example, today we went for a hike at the nature center. And, I've exercised I've done 28 days for the winter launch challenge. I would say I think I've crushed it. So I'm checking that off. Some of these things have not happened, right? I have not been on campus for work every Tuesday through Thursday. Usually I've been trying to make a really good habit about Tuesdays, but sometimes I just get really tired. And I have been logging my pages on Storygraph daily. My goal for this habit was to make using Storygraph, which is an alternative to Goodreads. Storygraph is Black owned and woman owned, I believe, as opposed to Goodreads, which is now owned by Amazon. And there's no ads on Storygraph, which is nice. Some of this other stuff, like starting a bi-weekly game night, we kind of did, and then we kind of got distracted. I'm not gonna rule it out just yet, but it's definitely something that I think I'm gonna want to put in my weekly actions going forward. We can just flip through this. I don't really care. My first week, I did so good. I checked everything off, and that's because things were a lot smaller. Also, I will say, I'm checking this off now because I thought that my water bottle was a 24 ounce, so I needed to do 4. It's actually a 32 ounce, so I only needed to do 3. So I was doing that pretty well. And what's nice, what I've been really liking about the MakseLife planner is that I have this space to do the weekly reflection for that week. And I'm like, this is how I know that this goes with this. It's because when I flip that, when I get to the end of the month, you get the entire month. So I'm not going to do the monthly reflections on here. I might do them on Instagram. And some of these things still have not been done, right? Like, I know for a fact that I failed technically to go to work on site every day. And some of these things I still have a little more time on. So we're going to go right into February. I'm either going to completely color code and use these sort of system again, or I'm going to use these little minis as indicators. Part of it is just that I really enjoy being able to check things off. Like, it's just so enjoyable for me. And other times, I need a little more assistance. So I'm just using a little bit of the washi to get us started. We'll see kind of how it goes. But, some of these stickers are pretty large, so I'm thinking that they'll go on the sides, which is it's a pretty common practice for me, is to like put these very large lines here. I know for sure that my financial habit that I want to get back into the habit of is to specifically, my focus is reducing impulse buying, because I am the worst at that. Like today, I was like, I want a sugar cookie. So I went and I bought a sugar cookie. And like, I just need to, maybe wait a little bit and see if I want the sugar cookie 3 days later or something, rather than just instant gratification. Okay. Also, these stickers and this washi are both from Marigonasuli Art. She has some of my just like absolute favorite artwork because it can be witchy at times, and other times it's like bookish, cottagecore sort of vibes. And I think that that's fun. Okay, we're gonna do this right here. I think this is cute. Oh, well, no, yeah, I'm gonna do it here. I got really excited because I was like, oh, I can hang it from the pink one, or the red one. Oh, shit. Okay, well, I fucked that up a little bit. It's fine. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna grab the chocolate, and more chocolate. Put some of this, like, here-ish. You can tell that I have not... I feel like I've gotten a little out of touch with decorating spreads that aren't just like empty the entire way. Actually, I'm thinking now that maybe I should have put this letter up here because I'm gonna peel up the chocolate. I should have put the letter up here because otherwise I just have letters on one side and that's gonna bug me. I will say the paper quality is like not the best. Like I've had better, but you know, they are relatively inexpensive, so it's not the end of the world. I'm gonna make a little cluster. There we go. So much cake. And I really like this. This is such a cute little lollipop here. I'm just gonna slide that in right there. Okay, so now one of these things, health and wellness, the big goal I know that I want to get done this month is to finally get my COVID booster because I just kept, I was waiting for it to get offered like by my work and it just didn't, or at least it wasn't like well advertised. So then I never got it, and now I'm like, ah, shit. So that's on my list. I really, okay, that cut lines were a little questionable there, but it's fine. Yeah, this is cute right there. Oh, it's like a little playing card, little ace of hearts. I'm just gonna put this here because it doesn't have any. Oh my god, these little tiny stickers are gonna be the death of me. There's absolutely no way that I'm actually gonna use these because my like dorky fingers are not gonna be able to handle like individual tile placement. Okay. So now, let's see. I should also grab my little beginning of the year reflection journal. Also from the MakseLife stuff, just because it's gonna make my life easier when it comes to my, oh my god, okay. My annual goals, which I did not write down in this, great. But what is useful still is having this list of like sort of things to consider. So what I'm gonna do is just put that there, weigh it down with a little, oh no, we will not. We will not weigh it down with washi tape. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do then is I'm gonna go into Notion on my phone because I did put my Notion goals in, or my yearly goals in Notion. So, okay, so one of my monthly goals, or yearly goals, is to learn how to watercolor, which has been actually going pretty well. One of my weekly actions had been to start the watercolor path. I think one of my monthly goals is to finish the watercolor path on Skillshare. Not sponsored, wish it was, but to finish the watercolor path because I feel like I jumped into a class that was definitely too advanced for me, but also just like not relevant because it was Like, it wasn't teaching me how to control the paint or anything like that. And so it was not vibing. In terms of fun and recreation, I'm also going to pull up my calendar now, because I feel like there are some fun things happening in February. Okay, let's see. So we've got some book clubs going on. We have some therapy. We have some massage. We have Go Wild, but that starts in March. I had a thought in the car today. So this is physical environment, which is just kind of like get car checked out before Go Wild. Because it was having this weird thing where like all of the tires were a little bit deflated, but one of them was like way more deflated by others. So we're gonna go to the dealership for that because I think it should be covered. I think I have some kind of warranty or whatever. So we're gonna get that handled. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Well, let's go back. So in terms of fun, oh, this is hard. So I think one thing that we're gonna do, okay, so we could go back to iJams and do hiking there. I'm gonna do like a reel, I think, of all of my hiking, potentially. I'm not entirely sure. But I could also, we could switch locations or we could switch trails. So I'm thinking, I was getting kind of worn out on the one trail that we did. So I'm thinking that we hike the river trail at iJams. Kind of just like work our way up, you know, to mountains. There were all sorts of things there too, like, oh, sorry, all sorts of things. They had like a ropes course there, which we were not doing that. But we did almost walk into it, and we're like, oh God, what is this? We're gonna play Time Stories Brotherhood of the Coast. I feel like this is very specific, because rather than start a bi-weekly game night, I'm gonna just put on here, play this game that we want to play. We started it once and like just totally fucked it up. So we needed to start over. And we need a little bit of time to go by so that we would forget all of the things that we accidentally found out about before we were supposed to find out about them. Let's see. Okay. Another goal. Let's put here, I'm going to say hit 900 subscribers. I know that's not like a huge deal, but for me, where I've been hovering at 800 and change for a while, it you know, it's a big deal to me. So that's a work and learning goal. I think I had already set it to 1, 2, 3. Another goal that I have for work and learning is to finish my project report. Because I definitely need to do that. And that's just for work. Because it's technically due in April, but I really want it to be done by the end of February. And then, goal for the month. Work and learning. What can I learn? What would be good? What would be good to learn? We'll come back. Or maybe we won't. I don't know. Okay, so we're switching Stitch's food this month because apparently my cat is allergic to everything. One of my goals, though, was to have a monthly massage appointment, and I am doing that, so that part is great. I think that in February, so I've been like exercising, or at least logging on to the Peloton app every single day. I want to be here and get into my habit of exercise 4 times a week. And like, for that, I mean, yoga counts as an exercise. Just stretching or just doing meditation does not. Doing, like, I don't know. Just because I feel like if I look in my Peloton app, which I'm gonna do right now, I will expose myself. Not in a creepy way, I promise. I've been doing like some arm stuff, and I've been feeling really weak. Like I need to do a little bit more to build my muscle so that I'm actually able to do these rides and these runs and these workout classes. But like you'll see, there's a lot of stretching, which is great, but it's like I want to take a class then do a stretch rather than take a class or take a stretch and that's it. No shade. Okay. In terms of financial goals, the financial thing. Oh, I did renew my passport though, which like, go me. Okay, I think one thing for physical environment is to declutter the craft closet. I really want to do that. I also want to recover my Laurel Denise planner because today I saw that they looked like turkeys and I can't unsee it. So that's where I'm at. And we were talking about that on the pod. Speaking of the podcast, is that what I want my 4th gold week? Are we gonna up our episodes from twice a month to... We might be doing it more often. I don't know. Okay, so family and relationships. So I feel like, okay, I know that this is just a lot of me sitting here and being like, ooh, I don't know. But I do think that it's like useful for me. I think that another thing I could do is, if I wanted to, I could schedule some kind of like PT appointment to just get checked out again. But I think, all right, health and wellness. I think skincare, skin, nail, hair care, all of that stuff would follow. It's one of these two. I feel like skin is health and wellness, but because I have skincare stuff now. Before I was like, okay, no, you know what? Here's what we're doing. We're doing personal. We're going to implement morning and night routines. We are doing it, y'all. And I love it. Because, like, today, I mean, Gil and I have done so much today. But it was Saturday. We got up by 8. I think it was 7:50 when Siri finally bit the shit out of me to get me up. I was not happy about that part. But, let's see. I feel like there's some more areas where I can put some washi in. Although I had been thinking about maybe, like, I don't know. Maybe skipping that part. I wish that the washi was a little bit thinner. But if it was thinner, I'd wish it was thicker. So that is the vibes that I'm living in right now. Okay. here's what I'm thinking. In the last month, my focus here was to reduce my impulse buying. And I want to just like live in a world where I'm not buying things all the time. So, what we're going to do is I'm going to do one book order at the top of the month where I buy all of the books that I want for the month, everything that's coming out, pre-ordering, whatever. Because this is what I did before with like a book buying ban, and it like really helped me sort of cut back when it came to books. I think that I'm definitely going to be starting a no spend. I think that the areas where I need to no spend is on dessert. I don't know if I put, it's money, so it goes here. Because I will go out and I will buy dessert because it feels fun and special. I'm not saying I can't eat dessert. I'm just saying I cannot buy dessert. Unless, of course, like I'm at a restaurant and Gil buys it for me or something. Which is probably unlikely. But I will say here, we did do mega dates, which were fun, but we do need to refactor them because money's a little tight right now. So I think we could turn them into dinner and a movie because we have tons of movies we want to watch. The other day we did Knives Out, which was awesome. Because we had watched Glass Onion, but we never went and watched Knives Out. And I think in February is when the new Black Panther hits Disney+. So that will be awesome. And then also my monthly goal is I want to reduce my number of subscriptions. I have kind of worked on that. Oh, actually, no, I need to get my LLC filing stuff in order because I got an email today about, like, an annual report, which I don't even know what that means. I'm going to have to do some Googling because I'm like, when is this for? Like, what am I reporting? I'm the only person employed by my LLC. I just got it so I don't get sued. Let's see. I don't want to meditate daily. That's not my jam. Sometimes I do need it, but other times I don't. But I will say, walk outside twice a week because I just get, when we were at iJams today, just the air, it felt like it was healing me, honestly. I was just like, oh, I haven't been outside in so long. So I think that will really help me. Let's go to fun. Fun. It's hard because February, it's like I need to buckle down so that I can have fun in March. But there are some things that I can do. So I have 3 book club meetings, 2 virtual, 1 in real life. I don't need any goals for those because, like, reading the book, that's gonna happen. Oh yeah, I know what it is. I'm setting up the crafty date with Ellie and Jesse because I feel like those are 2 people that I like a lot. And it's celebratory. It is also family and relationships, but it's an event. It's a friend date, essentially. And also, I'm putting on here is to get a meal with Hannah. Because we're both really busy people, and we just keep missing each other. And that's okay, but it's going on the list. Now, do I want to color code it? Or do I want... Yes. Who am I kidding? Do I want to color code it? Now, because I've done circles before. I've done these little, like, empty ones. I think I'm going to go with the empties for now. So these are the MakseLife markers. I keep them separate from my mild liners just because at least the tips of them look very similar, and I do not want to lose them by accident or on purpose. Fuck! I messed that up real bad. Okay. That's what happens when I just go, I'm gonna be whimsical. Oy. Okay. Fuck, does anyone have a birthday in February? Oh, I don't think so. I think Beck's birthday, well, Caitlin has a birthday. I don't know what I would get Caitlin, though, because I don't want to accidentally, like, murder her, because she's allergic to, like, everything. No offense, Caitlin. If you're watching this, the takeaway is that I don't want to murder you. So I think I'm probably, that might end up being a weekly goal, not a monthly goal. Maybe I can find some Taylor Swift merch or something. Or I can get her a podcast mic. That seems so sort of selfish of me, though, if I'm being honest. But we're getting in there. We're getting all this done. Honestly, I do like the accountability of knowing it's like I'm setting this up with you guys, all 5 of you, and that's how that's how I know that it's gonna get done. Let's see, do we want to add any more washi? It looks a little weird without the extra stickers to go with it, but I don't know. I don't hate it. I don't want to necessarily encourage myself to add on a bunch of goals. That's all I'm really trying to do here, is just make sure I don't go, well, let's do more, because I'm doing a lot as is. Okay. So these, I don't think I'm going to end up actually using necessarily, unless there is a cute little heart pop. I might take that one, just to make this one look a little less lonely. And yeah, I think that's about it. So this is me setting up my monthly goals. I am probably going to take a hot minute before I actually go in and set the weekly actions, if I'm being honest. So I think that's about where we're going to end today's video. If you liked this video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you want to see more of my videos, hit that subscribe button. Share a video with a friend and be like, hey, come subscribe to M. And comment down below what your monthly goal or goals are for February. And as always, happy planning.